Okay, so now I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, surely this barrel would have rusted over time. Yeah, we've got no rust on here, and it certainly would have. So if you think about where rust would appear in terms of layering, you can't put rust on top of paint. It just wouldn't work. You know, paint doesn't rust, metal rust, so steel would rust. So you'd have your steel, and then you'd put your rust on top of your steel, and then it would come through the paint and through the dirt. It wouldn't be on top of the dirt and on top of the paint. So we want to put a rust layer on top of our steel like this. So if you come over to here, make sure your materials is selected over here, and you scroll down, you can see a rust coarse here, or there's a rust fine if you want to prefer a finer rust. We can try both. We can drop this on here. So if we can drop this between our steel and our paint layer, rust fine, you can see it's already showing through. Let's just turn these off so we can see it. That's quite intense. It's pretty good rust though. Looks really cool. We can use that, or if you don't want that one, let's just remove that layer. We can try the rust coarse like that. Yeah, okay, so it's a lot rougher. I prefer that actually. It's got a, you know, it's got a normal map and a height map in it, which is a lot more interesting from my point of view. I mean, we can make it richer if we want to make the color a lot more interesting. We can easily do that just by adjusting the colors here, like that. See, that's quite cool. Yes. Anyway, yeah, so that's much better than what was there before. Obviously, we don't want it covering the whole barrel like this, so again, we're going to add a black mask to that, so it's doesn't show up everywhere. In fact, it doesn't show up anywhere while the mask is there. We'll turn these back on so we can see. Okay, I'm looking at that now, and I want to adjust my dirt because there's way too much dirt on there, I think. So we go back to our dirt layer, and this is how Substance works. So you sort of layer it up, and you adjust your layers until you got something that you're after. Let's see here. MG dirt level. Yeah, that's probably a bit more like it. I think I had too much dirt on there. I might want to change the colour of that dirt as well, actually, because it's quite dark. So let's just bring that up a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Much better. A bit more saturation. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. And looking at my colour, my paint colour, I'm going to just adjust that. I'm going to give it some metallicness, actually, because that will enrich the contrast of it. Make it feel a bit heavier, which is what you want, which is obviously what metal does. See, that already feels much better. Now we want to change. I just want to brighten it up slightly, perhaps, and make it a bit richer, the colour. Yeah, much better, much better, like that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so I might adjust that again by the time we get to the end of it. So now we've got our rust, we've got our dirt, and we've got our paint, and we've got our rust. We're going to paint in our rust mask layer now, so we can bring some of that rust out. And all we have to do is just paint where we want the rust to be. It will show through, but not only that, what it will do is give you this really lovely bumpiness, because the paint, if you've ever seen rust bubble up from underneath, and you get that kind of look, which is really cool. And rust will be all around the bottom for sure, so just work into the base of it, work from the bottom upwards, I would, and just keep working. Oops, Okay, right, one thing I want to show you, if you ever lose your model, pressing F on the keyboard will focus it and bring it back onto the screen. So if it's way off there and you're just like, oh, it's gone, I can't get it back, just press F and it will refocus your model, which is quite handy. Okay, so let's keep working into this, and you can see just in the light, the texture, it's giving it a really nice texture here, which is really cool. So just keep working in your rust where you want it to be, and like I say, you can start from the bottom, work your way up, work all the way. I'm going to put rust all the way around the bottom. You might not be able to see it because of the dirt and the paint on top, but where the steel is showing through, it'll be rusty, and that's kind of what would happen in real life. You know, so that's the beauty of this package, and it would bubble up underneath like this. Loving the colours now. The colours are really cool. It's probably a bit rich, perhaps. You might want a bit more paint there. I mean, you can use a different brush, like this paint spray, for example. You might like spatter it through, you know, give it a different look. Or default hard. See, that's quite hard. That really does work its way in there. Yeah, it's probably a bit too much. Paint drops. It's too subtle. You need something that works really well. Basmati brush. No, stick with our dirt for now. And you know, let's work this in. You always change your brush size so you can work faster if you want to. So I'm just going to carry on painting my rust, and you should do the same wherever you want it, and then we'll come back and review what we've got. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I've painted my rust on, and the colour is too orangey. It's not dark enough, so we need to change the value of that and bring the value down on that rust. There you go, that's much better. So that's good. Now we're getting somewhere. That's looking pretty cool. It's looking like a rusty old beaten up barrel. Okay, I was quite pleased with that so far. Yes. So that's our rust, and you can play with that as much as you like. You know, just keep going. Just keep adding more if you want to. Gives it a really nice texture. So there we go. There's our barrel starting to come together. Adjusted the color values on my rust because it was a bit too bright and orangey. Now it's looking pretty good. You know, if it's too much, you can go back in and work in your paint a bit more. you know, bring that up to take down your wear level so that it's less you know, less wear and tear on the paint. The higher it is, obviously the less paint there is, so you know, you need to just balance it out basically. Where you want your dirt, where you want your paint, where you want your rust, how much you want, how much you don't want. So you know, it's not so much contrast. Up to you. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. You can just keep working at it, keep painting it, you know, keep working at the layers, working at your paint, and see where it takes you.